Guys, the Radix ecosystem is about to offer some 100x opportunities, and I think I know exactly where to find them, and that is going to be the exact topic of this video. So before we start, I do have to say this video should not be taken as financial advice. These are just my own opinions based off of the research that I conducted on my own, and it should be treated as such. Always do your own research. So in this video, I'm going to cover why I think Radix, decentralized exchanges, and just overall ecosystems are about to pump. We're going to cover some huge Radix news that I think is the reason that will lead to this pump. And I'm going to show you what assets I'm looking at that I think will appreciate in value if and when this thing happens. So let's start off with the news. And I couldn't find the exact tweet or Telegram message. And if you want to see that, follow Crypto Lush. He made a video covering this. But basically, right now, if you want to bridge over to Radix, you have to use this InstaPass or InstaBridge KYC bridge, and you can only bridge like 15K, and you can get do further KYC if you want to bridge more. So it's kind of like going to an island where the bridge is kind of shaky and only a few people can fit. You got to hop through these loops, so it's keeping a lot of people from the island. But on this island is gold that's not discovered yet. We all know in crypto you have all these bridges and they're non-KYC, and that's why people are bridging back and forth. So the announcement, the big news is that, and I talked about this in videos in the past, but now things are actually in progress. Stargate, a layer 0 bridge protocol, whatever you want to call it. I recommend using this bridge. It could increase your chances for an airdrop if there is a layer 0 airdrop token, which I think there is because they raise a lot of VC capital. You can see all of these protocols that you can bridge back and forth to. What do all these protocols have in common? They're all EVM compatible bridges. Stargate announced on Twitter and their Telegram, they were talking about it as well. Like I said, watch Crypto Lush's video. They're building a plugin so that Radix can be a part of all of those protocols that you can bridge back and forth in between. And the big thing is that they're going to be the first non-EVM compatible blockchain or distributed ledger that's going to allow to be bridged on Stargate. So you're going to be able to go from ETH, Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, ZK Sync, Mantle, all these different EVM compatible blockchains to Radix. And the founder said he thinks that this is when billions are going to come in. I believe that too. I don't know how fast, but I do know that with a permissionless bridge like Stargate, being able to bridge back and forth to Radix, they already have stable coins on there. I think it's going to cause some huge migrations over to this network because the technology is superior. I've made many videos on that. And the user experience is really simple and intuitive. So you're going to have people bridging over to Radix, and I think they're going to be speculating, yield farming, buying tokens, and they say a rising tide raises all ships. So now that that's said, which tokens do I think are going to pump first? Like, which tokens am I investing in? So to talk about this, I want to talk about this Coinbase master plan essay. And Brian Armstrong wrote this, and he compared the adoption cycles from technology protocols, and he compared the internet to crypto. So the first phase, you have the protocol, which for the internet was TCP/IP, and this allowed different servers to interact with each other. This brought on 1 million people. The second phase was the infrastructure phase, internet service providers, laying the fiber optic cables, etc. This brought on the next 10 million people. The next one, you had the browser, Internet Explorer, Safari, Netscape, Firefox, etc. This brought on the next 100 million people. And then you have the decentralized applications, the Facebooks, the Netflixes, the Googles, the Instagram, like the actual websites or applications that can be built on top of the internet. And that's when 1 billion people came in. So now for crypto, it's kind of the same thing. You have the protocol in Ethereum, but for this example, let's just say Radix. And then the second one is the infrastructure. So it's kind of like, this is like the foundation of the home. And then this is like the door, right? And these are the different rooms. Now I'm just giving you an analogy that you can use to kind of like plug these things together. But you see the second one is exchanges. And in Radix's case, this would be decentralized exchanges because this is how people on and off board to the actual protocol. So if you looked at when Arbitrum launched, you saw DopeX and like the decentralized exchanges pump. You saw the same thing on Optimism. Basically, whenever there's a new protocol that launches, the decentralized exchanges always pump first because those are usually the first protocols that are on the platform that people can actually use. So now going over to OsciSwap, this is like the coin gecko of Radix. They pretty much show everything. You can see that the market cap for all of these protocols are extremely, extremely small. And actually, before we go into that and we go over to DeFi Llama and we scroll down to chains, you can see that Radix is number 60. If we go ahead and click on it, you can see they have a TVL of almost $24 million. And you can see that the top protocols on there are Caviar 9 and OsciSwap, two decentralized exchanges. Going back to OsciSwap, you can see this is Caviar 9's token. You have Floop and Caviar. You can see that the market cap is only $3.6 million, and OsciSwap's market cap is just a little bit under $2 million at $1.8 million. Guys, just to give you an example of how small these actually are, if we go to CoinGecko and you go to the category of decentralized exchanges, keep in mind we're in a bear market. In a bull market, these multiples are way higher, but I just want to give you guys the conservative approach. You can see right now in the bear market, Uniswap is 7.9 billion. I'm not expecting these dexes to go this high in this cycle, to be honest. You got Thorchain at 1.7, DYDX at 1.4 billion. You got Gnosis at 9 billion. Or at 914 million, PancakeSwap 765 million. Let's just keep scrolling down. You even have Balancer at 264 million. We're still at 100 million, and we're still at number 421 on CoinGecko, right? 90 million, 72 million. These are numbers 600 and 500, 55 million. Guys, if OsciSwap were to go to a $55 million market cap, that's a 27x. That means every dollar you invest into OsciSwap can turn into $27. Guys, that is nothing. Especially for a bull market, for some tech that's superior. Like imagine if everyone starts loving and using Radix, we can see these dexes pump to 50, 100 million, 200, 300, 400 million dollar market cap. And not even just the dexes. Like I said, rising tide raises all ships. You got Photon, which is like an NFT protocol. I'm glad I took some profits on this. The market cap is 869. This pumped recently. I like doubled or tripled my money. DeFi Plaza is another DEX. I think they do cross-chain swaps for Ethereum. I'm thinking about making a video on them in the future. Let me know if you guys want me to. Yeah, guys, you guys can just go down this. I made a video on maplefinance. It looks like they're starting to come back a little bit, but guys, do not sleep on the Radix ecosystem. So guys, with that, I like to conclude this video. If you want to get access to my research before I put it out on the internet, learn how to be a professional yield farmer, etc., etc. You heard me talk about it on the channel. Click the link in the description and book a free strategy session. We'll see if our program's a good fit for you. But other than that, keep your eyes on Radix. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications because I'm releasing my Radix yield farming strategy either later this week or early next week. So with that, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love every single one of you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care and trade safe.